Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's actually, let me say, I'm in a very good, bad, but I'm in a very good mood. At the end of the day, I can say I'm in a bad mood all the way from Budapest because Tobi Amusan, our own Tobi Amusan, sensational hurdler right there at the finals of the 100 meters hurdle, couldn't make it to the first three. They couldn't defend her title. She won in Oregon 2022, where she actually created a world record in space of in a day right there at the Oregon World Athletics Championship 2022 in United States of America. But at the end of the day, it's actually a good one for her. She was able to get to the final all the way from the heat, semi-final, and then she qualified for the final. But at the final, she couldn't really make it, and we all know what happened to her, the distraction from the athletics integrity unit, giving her that suspension. All of this put together affected her psyche, and to even add a sort to injury, it was just days to the World Athletics Championship. That was when she was being cleared of the suspension of the missing doping test or issues that was actually roped on her by the athletics integrity unit. But at the end of the day, even getting to the final is something we should be cheerful about, because a lot of athletes, if you look inwardly, some athletes that actually go through what Tobi Amusan actually went through before the World Athletics Championship wouldn't even pass through, wouldn't even get past the heat stages. But she made it through the heat stages, semi-final, and then down to the final. That's to tell you she's actually a strong woman. Somebody who was someone who is actually ready. But at the end of the day, you know, she didn't actually get to train properly for the World Athletics Championship because she was in between the line. She was confused. Will I be clear or will I not be clear? So putting all of this together actually hampered her performances at the World Athletics Championship in the final. But it's not a bad one at all, because Tobi Amusan, we all know she's a strong woman. She'll come back strongly and better. Let's have the standing. Let's see how the race actually ended. In the first position, Danielle Williams of Jamaica winning that, and then we'll have a woman, a lady who has been blistering all season. She has never lost any race since the beginning of the year. This is her first loss this year, and she came in a time of 12.44 seconds. Jasmine Camacho, Queen of Puerto Rico. And then we have Kenny Harrison in the third position with 12.46 seconds, and then we have Dinvin Charlton on 12.52 on the fourth position, and then Ankara Nugent of Netherlands on 12.61, and then we have Tobi Amusan occupying that position with 12.62 seconds at the end of that race, and then we have Ditaji Kabunji of Switzerland 12.70, and then we have Nia Ali of United States coming last in that particular order in a time of 12.78, and for Tobi Amusan 12.62 seconds. It's not bad at all. We know how the season started for her after she bagged her master's in sports management, and then she started training and she came back running. At some point she ran a time of 12.48 seconds. She also ran a time of 12.50 something seconds right there in the Diamond League. And when we all think that Amusan is back, the athletics integrity unit hammer came landing on her. That suspension disrupt everything, disrupt her plans, actually disorganize her totally. And look at the result. Look at the effect of that suspension. At the end of the day, Tobi Amusan couldn't defend her title. But like I said, I know every other Nigerian also out there are proud of Tobi Amusan. They are actually proud of her, of what she has done so far in the hurdles since she came into the limelight. And for her defending this title was actually a very huge task, and she was on course to actually defend it before the Athletics Integrity Unit came with that suspension, and it was not a good thing for her at all. It was not helpful for Tobi Amusan. Tobi Amusan actually, well, at the end of the day, she needs to take pride. Even getting to the final, it's something that she needs to actually console herself with. And for the sports minister, John Owa has actually given thumbs up to Tobi Amusan for even getting to the final. She should take pride in that, because a lot of persons will go through what Tobi Amusan actually went through, will not even come out of it. So, but within days, Tobi Amusan was able to even show her mettle from the heat to the semi-final and to the final. That's to tell you, as you can see on your screen, Danielle Williams of Jamaica alongside Tobi Amusan, the winner of that race. It was a very bitter one for me, but at the end of the day, I have to just take it. This is sports. We know Tobi Amusan still has some years on her side. She will still come back strongly. We still have the Diamond Leagues event to come. We still have the World Athletics Championship to come next year. I think Tobi Amusan will be ready that time to now win the title again, and then make a statement that yes, I am the champion. I am a true champion, and you cannot take that away from her. History will always have that record in Oregon, United States of America, where Tobi Amusan did herself proud, did the nation proud, did her state proud, Ogun State precisely, and her parents and everybody, did the AFN, Athletics Federation of Nigeria, proud by winning that race the last time in the World Athletics Unit in Oregon, United States of America. It was very, very good one. And now let's go straight to Budapest, where we have Christopher Obi standing by to actually tell us everything that went down. He was right there at the stadium where Tobi Amusan actually didn't make it to the podium finish. Christopher Obi, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for having me. This should be the third time that I am appearing on this show. I am grateful that you guys always invite me, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, you were at the stadium right there in Budapest, where Tobi Amusan finished sixth after that final race. What was it like for her immediately after that race?
Well, you could see if you watch the race, she was happy for her friend Danielle Williams, and she did say in the mix zone after the race that she's happy Danielle won because that's her only true friend in the 100 hurdles unit. And when she was passing through the mix zone, I shook her hands and told her, "See, I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you. That the fact that you could even surmount this phase and come out to compete is a big win for the country." I knew that the whole country expected her to win a medal. She was the only one carrying the country's hopes, particularly after Isabella did not finish at the podium in the women's long jump. But we should be glad that Tobi Amusan was able to solve this problem that came up just 1 month before the major championships in Budapest, and was able to compete.
Okay. Well, because at the before that final race, a lot of fans, even as we call them in Nigeria, Onyibo fans, were rooting for Tobi Amusan to actually win that race. But at the end of the day, she was not able to make it to the top three. But what was it for the fans who actually witnessed that race alongside yourself?
So where I was in the stadium, because I was taking photographs, I could see two Nigerian students who were quite joyous when Tobi was announced about the PA, or the public public announcement system, and you could see the excitement. They were happy to see her compete. I know fans might be a little bit disappointed she did not, finish on the podium, but I mean, we should be proud of this girl, all right? It is not easy for someone not knowing if they're going to compete at the major championships 1 month to the event, and just getting the confirmation 2 days to the start of the championship. So for her to come out here and do what she did, I think we should be proud of her. I understand she's also going to Zurich next week to compete in the Diamond League. She's going to take it one race at a time now. Um, the thing is, the suspension really, took away the win from her series. She was running so well. She had competed, I think it was also in Hungary here at the Instavan Memorial before she got the notification from AIU that she was going to be suspended. She was running top three when she was in the form of her life, and it took a whole lot away from her. For me, I am glad that she was able to shake off that mental aspect of it to compete, and then come clean through the barriers, through the hurdles, and was able to make the final. That's really a win for everyone.
Okay. Let me ask you this. At the end of the day, were you able to speak to Tobi Amusan after that race? And then let's look at it this way. What are the chances of other Nigerian athletes? We still have the 4x100 meter relay race for the women. Do you think Tobi Amusan, with this, she will be able to actually feature in that race?
Okay, so I did speak to her after the race. Yes, after the mixing. I was the first who saw her up there. She passed through all others because I'm in Nigerian. And then, yeah, I was the first person who spoke to her. Then she, went down to speak to my other colleagues from Ghana as well, and some people from the UK. There was a little bit of problem in the mixing because some people seem to have an agenda. They are trying to pin something on her, something that shouldn't be the case. But they wanted to dampen her mind. But I'm glad she was able to face them squarely and then put them her mind. He asked a question about if she's going to compete in the 4x100 meters. Yes, I was told she's going to be drafted into the team. Um, she's going to be a good addition, but the problem is she might not have been practicing with the team. So I foresee a situation whereby the team are going to give her the pattern to start. It's easier to hand off than you're receiving and giving another person. So yeah, she should be in the team. Very many last minute change. I think the team is going to comprise of Peter Poche, Favour Philly, Rosemary Chukuna, and then Tobi Amusan.
Okay, Favour Philly and the rest, and the other ladies. But look, they also participated in the 200 meters semi-final last night, and then Akitola also in the men's 200 meters semi-final. What was it like for both athletes, Favour Philly and Alaba Akitola, in the semi-final of those races?
Well, Favour Philly was if I'm to put it that way, the series of death because she was running against Shakari Richardson, the 100 meters champion here in Budapest. She competed against Sherita Jackson, who is the favorite to win 200 meters title, Mario Rosita Lou, and a whole lot of others like Gina Bass. So the fact that she got to the semi-finals is a big plus. She has also struggled with injuries this season. This is a lady who started like a house on fire this year, running two African records in the 200 meters indoors. She's a Nigerian record holder in the outdoor circuit with 21.96 seconds. Yeah, she has been injured for a larger part of this season, and it's good that she's getting into form. The goal should be Paris Olympics next year. Alaba competed in his first World Championship and was able to make a semi, so it's also a big achievement for him.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, I think we still have hopes in the discus throwing and every other event. The likes of Chukwuebuka Enekwechi is out. Ese Brume didn't also make it to the podium finish in the long jump. Ruth Soro didn't even qualify, but didn't qualify to the semi-final. She lost out in the heat, and for Alaba Kintola and Favour Philly, especially Favour Philly, I know she's just coming back from injury and running against the 100-meter champion Tolu of Cote d'Ivoire. It's actually a very big one, but she can take solace for even getting to the semi-final. Is a very good one for her. All right, Christopher Obi, thank you for talking to us all the way from Hungary, Budapest precisely. We wish you a safe stay where we still expect, at least we still have hope in the 4x100 meter relay race for the women. And at the end of the day, we'll still get back to you to give us your own view of every event that actually went down in Budapest.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. There are 3 events that Nigeria are looking forward to: the 4x1 women and the 4x1 men, and there's also the 4x4 women. So, I mean, anything can happen. We look forward to the best of this thing.
All right, a lot of things can happen in those races, and congratulations to all of the Nigerian athletes that are in Budapest for even trying their best to even get a medal. It's not easy at all. And for Tobi Amusan, this is not the end of it. There are other championships that are coming up. Diamond League still continues immediately after the World Athletics Championship. And we know Tobi Amusan will bounce back and come back strongly. I don't know if Abba Michael, all the way from Plateau State, is also ready to say one or two about the World Athletics Championship, about Tobi Amusan's position at the World Athletics Championship in Budapest. Okay, if Abba Michael is not ready, let's go straight to the next story we have for you. Let's go straight to Cameroon, where the African Volleyball Championship actually climaxed, and Nigeria finished 6th in that in the classification match. After beating Morocco 3-0, they now fell to Algeria in the last classification match. 3-1 it ended, and it's not just looking good for the senior women volleyball team of Nigeria. We all thought after they defeated Morocco 3-0, they were able to repeat the same feat against the Algerians, but reverse was the case, and at the end of the day, in the standings, they finished 6th in that order after they lost to Algeria in their last classification match. It's not just too good for our own senior African women, as in senior Nigerian volleyball team, right there at the African Volleyball Championship that went down in Cameroon, Yaoundé precisely. That was the venue of the event where they actually played all their volleyball games. But Coach Samuel Ajayi has actually learned a lesson. His team has actually learned a lesson in a bitter way, because you can't present, you can't have this kind of performance and you come out to say, yes, they did their best. But we can also still look at it the other way around. Some of these players have not actually played in this kind of a championship before. This is the first time they are leaving the shores of this country, and this is the first time they will be getting to this big stage of their career. And you know, when they came up against Kenya in the quarterfinal, it was 3-0 against Nigeria. It was a very, very bad performance from the team from the first set, from the first quarter to the last quarter. And Nigeria didn't actually show, didn't do much. And the 9-time champions Kenya blew them away in that quarterfinal, and they qualified for the semi-final. And then in the classification game, after they were able to beat Morocco in their first classification match, then they lost the last classification match to Algeria 3-1 it ended, and they placed 6th at the end of the day in the championship. It's not a bad one at all for the Nigerian senior volleyball team. Well, they will come back home, they will learn one or two. At the end of the day, they will bounce back, they'll pick up the pieces and become better. I know the NVBF, that is the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, is one federation that is actually doing well, and you cannot take anything away from that federation because they are super good. The president of that federation, in person of engineer Musa Nimrod, knows what volleyball is all about, and he has been up and running, doing all he can to see that volleyball players in this country get what they deserve, and they are being exposed to better facilities. And for this performance, let's not judge them with this performance. At the end of the day, this team will come back strong and better, I bet you, because that federation, they will not just sit down, they will not relax, they will go back to the drawing board and see where they got it wrong, and then correct things and make it better. Now let's still stay with the women, because the women are actually taking the shine as it stands right now. The male counterpart, well, I don't know what is going on. They are not bringing laurels, they are not bringing joy, they are not bringing smiles to this country. But the women are actually doing justice to that, bringing smile to us in Nigeria, in the sporting world. Now let's go to the Women's Basketball League. After years of not having any league at all, the league came back up and running. It started from Samuel Ogbemedia Stadium in Benin City, and now we now have two phases of the league going on across the country in Akure, and then we have some matches that went down in the Atlantic and Savannah conferences. Let's have the result of those matches. And then the IGP Queens were able to, they left it too late against Sunshine Angel, that is the host state in Akure, for the Atlantic Conference. 64 to 65 points for Sunshine Angel, 64 for IGP Queens. It ended. Dolphins lost to Bayelsa Wales 39 to 50 points, and then we have MFM also lost to First Bank 36 to 55 points. Air Warriors lost to Nigerian Customs 64 to 48 points, and then Plateau Peacocks actually they trashed the Nigerian Army Ladies 64 to 51, and then Kada Angels fell to Nasarawa Amazons, very close states from the same region, 58 to 63 points for Nasarawa Amazons. This is how the results have been coming in from the Atlantic and the Savannah Conference. They're actually doing justice. At the end of the day at phase one, two teams from the two conferences will qualify to the final, where they will now have to play a round robin game and then crown the champions for the League 2023, that is the NBBF Women's League 2023, where we now have the overall champions from the two conferences, the Savannah and the Atlantic Conference. We have to produce the overall winner, though you have to qualify from your conference, two teams each from the conferences, and then we now have the classification games for other teams that couldn't make it to the top. That is how it's going to be. And then one team will actually represent Nigeria in the FIBA Club African Championship. Whoever wins it will go and represent Nigeria in the continental engagement. But this is how the result stands from the Atlantic and the Savannah conferences. Let me go over it again. The IGP Queens 64 points, Sunshine Angels 65, Dolphin 39 points, Bayelsa 50 points, MFM 36 to 55 points. Okay, let's leave that story quickly and let's go straight to Europe, where we have some matches across the top 5 leagues in Europe. We have matches that will be coming up today. We have matches in England, we have match in Spain, and then we also have in France. Okay, in the EPL we have Chelsea against Luton Town FC, a team that just got promoted to the league. Then in the Spanish La Liga, we have Las Palmas against Real Sociedad. We have Celta Vigo against Real Madrid. We have RB Leipzig against VfB Stuttgart, that is the German Bundesliga. And then in the French Ligue 1, we have Nantes taking on Monaco later tonight. And then quickly before we go, let's take this one more story, and it concerns transfer, and is a Nigerian. Former Super Eagles goalkeeper Maduka Okoye has joined a team in Italy called Udinese on a 4-year deal. Okay, that is where we'll leave it on the show 360 Sports. Thanks to Christopher Obi, all the way from Budapest, sharing some lights on what happened right there last night with Tobi Amusan in the 100 meters hurdles final. That is where we'll leave it on the show. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Thanks for watching.